Hello Vishnu AS. Today's topic is Yanomamo tribe. Yanomamo tribe of South America I am going to discuss about. Why is an Amazon tribe talking to Indians about blood gold? So there is a concept called as blood gold. Earlier in 1990s there was a concept called as blood diamonds. A very famous Hollywood movie, I think you are aware of it, Blood Diamonds. On the same lines, there is a concept which is going on in Yanomamo tribe, which is called as blood gold. You know, Africa is very famous for all the sufferings. For all the sufferings. Because of the natural resources, the South Africa, the African continent was been suffered a lot. Once upon a time it was ivory, then it was gold, then it was rubber, and now it is diamonds. So in every field, in every time, at a particular point of time, the Africa, how it suffered for diamonds, for gold, for rubber, for ivory. Similarly in South America also. On the South American tribes also, similar sort of sufferings has been exercised. Blood gold, because of the gold. The Yanomamos who live on the banks of the river Amazon, where there is availability of raw gold. In order to acquire the gold, illegal miners were been acquiring land acquisition illegally from the Yanomamo tribe. So they are selling it to the merchants in India. So on this context, the Yanomamo tribes are appealing to the India that please don't buy the gold which is sold by the illegal miners in India. On this context, there is a concept called as blood gold. So they are killing us, they are removing us, they are displacing us, and they are going for mining of the gold, that to illegal miners. Please don't entertain them by giving them business, stop business with illegal miners. In that context, the Yanomamo tribe appealed to the India that don't entertain blood gold. The Yanomamo people who live in a settled deep inside the rainforest, Amazon rainforest, have been threatened for several decades by illegal gold miners who invade their land and bring diseases. They invade into the Yanomamo tribe. Yanomamos who are very primitive in their lifestyle, because of these illegal miners, because of these foreigners, because of the foreign invaders for the search of gold, with them they are bringing the diseases, communicable diseases, and spreading among the Yanomamo tribe. So how Africa was once upon a time, till today also, because of ivory, rubber, gold and diamond they suffered. Now this Yanomamo tribe of South America is suffering with this natural resources. Now they are believing that whether natural resources having in my country, in my place, in my locality, in my nation is my mistake, is a sin made by our people. Why? Because the people, the mainstream people, are invading into this tribal hamlets for the sake of the gold. So in this context, there is a concept called as blood gold, which I am going to discuss now. Yanomamo territory is a blood gold. Gold is there, but which is mixed with the blood of the Yanomamo tribe. Gold at the cost of indigenous blood. I would like to send a message to the people of India, to the Indian government and the companies which import it. You must stop buying blood gold. Buying blood gold is not good. It is important that the government thinks that the Indian people think again and do not buy Yanomamo blood gold. Who told this? The appeal by Dario Copinava of Brazil's indigenous Yanomamo people, the leader of the Yanomamo indigenous people. He is called as Dario Copinava. A civil society member appealed to the India, please don't buy the gold which is traded by the illegal miners. The gold which you are going to buy is mixed with the blood of the Yanomamo tribe. In a video online with English subtitles by Survival International. Survival International is an NGO working for the indigenous people. So in that context, this Copinava appealed to India with the Survival International, don't buy the gold which is sold by the illegal miners in South America. An international human rights advocacy based in London, which campaigns for the rights of indigenous and tribal peoples around the world. So any question in your anthropology paper too with respect to the NGOs working for the tribal development, you can write about the Survival International. You can write about this example, how the Yanomamus are suffering because of the illegal miners, how Survival International NGO working for Yanomamo tribe to protect them from the illegal gold miners. And the NGO name is called as Survival International. The Yanomamo live in the rainforest and mountains of northern Brazil and southern Venezuela and are, according to Survival International, the largest relatively isolated tribal group in South America. This is the largest isolated primitive tribal group in South America, who is located in Venezuela and Brazil. The Yanomamo practice an ancient communal way of life. They live in a large circular houses. Called Llanos or Shabanos, some of which can hold up to 400 people. The people will be living in a single community dormitory, a single house whereby the 400 people will be settled down. A way of residence. You can write in the example of in your residences in the chapter of family of your anthropology paper 2, or else in your indigenous people of your Indian society of paper GS paper 1 of your general studies. Rituals, feasts and games are held in the main central area of that hut where 400 people can live. Each family has its own hearth, their own kitchen, where food is prepared and cooked during the day. At night, hammocks are slung near the fire which is talked all night to keep people warm. So people will come near the campfire and they will be sleeping together in order to keep them warm. This is the way of residence for the Yanomamus. Culture point of view, living point of view, residence point of view, you need to know about the Yanomamus, because of which I gave this information. It is a Yanomamo custom that a hunter does not eat the meat he has killed. Very good culture. He shares it out among friends and family. In return, he will be given meat by another hunter. He believes that. He should not eat the hunt which he had bought, which he had killed. He should give his hunt to other people, and other people hunt will be given to him, so that there will be a reciprocity, a balanced reciprocity. A give and take will be happening, hence people will be loyal to other people. Hence one section of people or one person will be solving the problem of hunger, hence a form of subsistence, a form of livelihood, hence a form of human relationship, and a form of bonding will be established among the people. Is it not great? My meat will not be eaten by me, my meat will be given to them, and those meat I will be eating. Hence a reciprocal relationship will be established, which will be long. A simple society, Yanomamo tribe. In our society, mainstream society, I will eat my food, I will also eat other people's food also. But there, I will not eat my food, I will give my food to other and I will take the food from other. A reciprocal relationship which is called as economic system of reciprocity. The Yanomamo consider all people to be equal, egalitarian society, and do not have a chief. They doesn't have a chief. All people are equal. Instead, all decisions are based on consensus after long discussions and debate. A pure example of participatory governance. A pure example of grassroots level democracy where the people will be coming together and deliberating and coming to a consensus and coming out with a decision. Yanomamo lifestyle, this is the political system. This is a human relation. This is the rituals. This is their house, residence. Yanomamus. Gold rush in Yanomamo country, a nation for the Yanomamus within the Brazil and Venezuela. What is the problem? What is the problem faced by the Yanomamus? Since the 1980s, the Yanomamo have been facing onslaught from illegal gold miners for the sake of gold. You know, wherever there is natural resources, there the vultures will come in the form of corporates. And the simple people, innocent people who are living them, this onslaught will be happening on those people. The same thing happened to Yanomamus. According to Survival International, Yanomamo land was invaded by up to 40,000 miners. 40,000 miners who killed the indigenous people, destroyed their villages and brought them deadly diseases. A fifth of the Yanomamo population perished in just 7 years. Means 20% of the Yanomamo population was died because of this illegal miners. No one know about it. It means that there is an excess between the government and the private miners, corporate miners. So there is a necessity. Survival International NGO tells that there is a necessity to protect the indigenous tribal population of Amazon basin. Hence you India, please don't buy them. If you buy them, they will do more illegal mining here. If you stop buying, they will not do buy because there is no buyer. Following a sustained campaign led by Survival International, The Brazilian government notified a Yanomamo Park. They made a Yanomamo Park in 1992 where there won't be any gold mining. And the miners were expelled. However, they kept returning, and within 1 year again they came back as illegal miners. They murdered 16 Yanomamo, including a baby in Zaximo village. Who? Illegal miners. A Brazilian court subsequently found 5 miners guilty of the masquerade. However, the illegal entry of gold miners in Yanomamo country continued. The Yanomamo are facing a social and environmental catastrophe because of gold miners in terms of their health and the forest and rivers they rely on. So they are suffering with social catastrophe. They are suffering with environmental catastrophe. So we need to protect the Yanomamus. See how they are suffering. It's a best case study, the current case study, the current affair. How the tribals are affected because of the corporate miners. In India, Dongria Kond tribal people were being suffered because of the Vedanta mining company in 2015. So same sort of onslaught on tribals is a common phenomenon. If unfortunately, if the tribals are living on the natural resources, finish. The exploitation will be the peaks. Why they appeal to India then? Why they are appealing only to Indians? Yes, we will get a question. Why they are appealing only to Indians? Gold mined illegally in Yanomamo land has most likely been coming to India since at least 2018. From recently 2018 onwards, we are buying this gold, illegally mined gold. In June 2019, BBC Brazil reported that the state of Rorarium, in which many Yanomamo live, had exported 194 kgs of gold to India since September 2008. 194 kgs of gold, illegally mined. A report on the Yanomamo published in the New York Magazine in November 2019, very recently, beginning of the COVID times. Blood gold in the Brazilian rainforest. The magazine, the title name is called as Blood Gold in Brazilian Rainforest. Said a third of the gold produced in Brazil is sold as jewelry in India and China. 1/3 of the gold which is mined in Brazil is sold in India and China. Hence it is appealing to Indians as well as Chinese. But you know, Chinese as usual, they will not bother. Though they thought that at least Indians will bother. Why? Because democracy is prevailing in India. And that it was difficult for buyers to distinguish between legal and illegal gold. The BBC Brazil report said that India was 4th largest importer of Brazilian gold in the world. India is the 4th largest. See. So that is the reason they appeal to India. This is blood gold. Don't go with the blood gold. The same story was been there in Sierra Leone in West Africa for diamonds. Between the Americans and the locals, the local government. The same sort of thing is happening in Yanomamus. So the government of India should understand it, and government of India should stop the buying of illegal gold from Brazilian forests. Thank you.